A 26-year-old known as Kennedy Asembo is undoubtedly trailblazer in Kenya's history of recruitment to the disciplined forces. People living with disability have been left out. Kennedy, who lives with albinism, is the first Kenya Prison Service cadet in Ruiru. This is his lifelong dream of service, one which he knows, when fully realized, will break down barriers and pave the way for many more like him who would otherwise be limited by disability. Dorcas Wangira reports.
Before Ken, there were none. But after him, there may be many.
Walisema ni lazima uende through paramilitary. So nilikuwa na expect ile training ngumu. Walikuwa natafuta wale watu physically fit. At first I thought that singekubaliwa.
Hatujaweza kuwa tumeajiri mwanafunzi ama trainee mwenye yako na albinism. Ken akawa ya kwanza.
I want to assure you that at the end of the cadet training, I have the leeway to post him in any part of the country.
At the Kenya Prison Staff Training College in Ruiru, rising before the sun darts into view is routine. One which begins with intense exercise. But for the sake of this story, they show us that essential part of their training at 9 a.m. with the sun shining behind the clouds. Kennedy Asembo stands out in his troop of cadets. Living with albinism for the 26 years of his life may be something that he has no control over, but he refuses to be a prisoner of his skin. He graduated from the University of Kabianga in 2018 with a degree in education and psychology, but the dream beating brightly in his chest was to serve in the disciplined forces.
Okay, initially before he came here, I got an internship with the Public Service Commission, and I was deployed at Kenya Prison's headquarters. So nikiwa hapo ndio nilikuwa naona venye kazi zinafanywa, nilikuwa nafunzwa venye kazi zinafanywa za ofisi zenye zinahusiana na idara ya magereza. And from that, I used to admire people in uniform.
He was recruited last year. Here at the Ruiru Prisons Training College, it will take him a year to complete his training and qualify as a prisons officer.
Kuangalia pia ile requirements zilikuwa zimewekwa kwa kuweza mtu kuwa utafaulu kuwa cadet officer wa Kenya Prisons, basi Ken akawa amepita zote. Ikawa ni rahisi sana kuwa tutaweza kumlete na aweze kufit kwa training, because physically he's fit. He underwent a medical examination of which he passed.
Follow social distance. Make sure you are keeping discipline and rigor are both unwritten codes of their routine. Cleanliness is non-negotiable. The cadets have to ensure that the cleanliness of the environment is of the highest standard. It is after this session that they don their uniform before beginning their training. It is here that the lines of difference between Ken and other cadets become more distinct. His shirt is long-sleeved to shield his sensitive skin from the sun. Likewise, his hat is different, covering his head all around.
There were a lot of inquiries, here and there, how they'll make it possible for me to comfortably fit like the rest of the trainees. And the management under the commandant, Madam Wanini, has done tremendous job in ensuring that I provided with basics or the requirements that I may need. Like being now with the person with albinism, the main challenge that we face is the scorching sun. So to meet that, because of the drills that we do in the open field, they ensured that I provided with enough sun lotions.
So we provided with the adequate clothing, with the sunscreen, and you could see even with the hat we have allowed him to keep his goggles. And we don't give him any other special kind of treatment.
Initially, ages of past, the service could not recruit young men and women who had sight challenges. As at now, quite a sizable number of them have been recruited in the service. That qualifies the fact that when I talk about physical challenges, I just don't glue my mind on the matter of albinism.
The allure of the disciplined forces include the sentry drill, color drill and commanders parades. Today the cadets are learning the sword drill. Kennedy Asembo has blazed the trail, being the first person living with disability to be recruited into the Kenya Prison Service, a first in the correctional service, according to the Commander General Kenya Prisons, Wycliffe Ogalo, not just in Kenya but East Africa. Ogalo further saying that there are plans to cast the net wider during recruitment to ensure that other Kenyans living with disabilities are given the opportunity to serve the country.
There's no gain that we limit this opportunity to an individual. As a service, we want other services to use us as a benchmark.
My inspiration or my aspiration is to be a voice to people like me, just to shed the light to them that it's possible, we can. And also, nilikuwa inspired because najua jela imebeba watu wengi. Na pia kuna wale ambao wana ulemavu tofauti, labda walipata nje ama wamepata wakiwa kwa jela. Yeah, so nikuwe tu hata at least I aspire to make them feel part of the family also.
Dorcas Wangera, Citizen TV, Nairobi.